Hey everyone, Charting Man Dan from ChartGuys.com. You know, behind every single video that we put out every single day, there's a wonderful community of traders that we want to invite you to be a part of. Try the free 7-day trial and gain access to our live market broadcasts every morning and afternoon, interact with hundreds of like-minded traders, or take part in one of our dedicated chat rooms, each led by an analyst that's there to answer your questions in real time. Our trial is risk-free with absolutely no commitment or credit card required to experience the TCG community. For those looking for a head start in technical analysis, check out our entries and exits course in the link below in the description. Get up to speed with the fundamentals of TCG technical analysis and experience over 5 hours of great community-driven trading education. Looking at Twitter, GoPro X and CHK on the daily and the weekly time frame. So Twitter bulls buying the dip. We did break support, getting below 1815 and 1816. So a new support is established at 1797, but what that does by breaking that level is I then anticipate from here we're going to set a lower high compared to the high of this move and then head back down to test our recent low. The question will be, can the bulls see a lower high and then a higher low and then head back up to 1979, or are we going to set a lower high and then come back down and break to a lower low if we dip below 1797. So it does shift the mindset. It breaks the higher low pattern. So the bulls are no longer in full control of this uptrend that we have been seeing. And the weekly time frame is a bearish reversal candlestick rejecting from the upper Bollinger Band. It's a spinning top, maybe a doji. We'll see how tomorrow goes. But consolidation after such a move over the past 3 weeks is normal and healthy at this point. We could still pull back even to this 50-week moving average of 1745 and still be strong on this pullback. And as of this point right now, this is a bull flag of consolidation. So bulls don't really have much to worry about on this pullback at this point. And we'll have to see how the daily time frame goes in terms of volume as well. If we were to see increasing bear volume on the way down, that would be notable. But we haven't even seen 2 red days in a row since this big time bull breakout has started. GoPro on the daily time frame didn't see any bullish action that a lot of individual names saw today. It was red the entire day after this gap down. And that is because it is in a big time downtrend overall. And it is not going to bounce as significantly as names that are in an uptrend. So support right now, we're looking down at 821. And then after that is that 812 level and 805. So the bears are back in full control. We have our double top and now potentially a lower low. It's all about 812 support. That's a must-hold level. The bears are liking this setup on GoPro. And if we break 805, we have a lot of gap to fill to the downside. Weekly time frame still weak. Nowhere near getting over that weekly middle Bollinger Band and turning into support. So the bears in full control until now 880 has to break in order to change things. It's no longer about the middle Bollinger Band. 880, the double top, very clear resistance level, and 812, very clear support. X on the daily time frame. So we had our double bottom, obviously terrible timing with the market dump to try and see an oversold bounce, but we have another bullish reversal candlestick. It's just all about this 4-period exponential. We have rejected from this level now 10 days in a row. If we cannot get over the 4-period exponential resistance, bulls are not going anywhere. We must see a green day and a close over that resistance tomorrow to be looking at a bounce attempt, and then the next resistance on a bounce attempt is going to be 2063, the high of the past 5 days. So bears still in control. Bullish reversal candlestick must get confirmed. 4-period exponential resistance is going to be in the 1950s tomorrow. Weekly time frame for X is going to have to see a solid green day tomorrow to see a bullish reversal candlestick, ideally closing above 1972 to keep the 100-week moving average as support, but that's going to require a big-time bull day, and I wouldn't be holding my breath. Certainly possible, but we know how strong the bears have been here on X. So we'll see how the weekly candlestick closes to see if it gets a bullish reversal candlestick or not. Certainly not likely. More likely to not get a bullish reversal candlestick, but it's all about that daily chart and the 4-period exponential anyway. CHK is holding the daily middle Bollinger Band. That level is 547, so a higher low has been established now with support at 539 and 540, and the bulls have to break the lower high pattern to be heading back up to 586 resistance. The weekly time frame, that resistance is the 100-week moving average. Next week, it's going to be down in the upper 580s. That's a very key level to be watching, and the bulls have to turn that into support for me to be interested in them. Otherwise, I'm going to be looking for a lower high to be set and a pullback back towards the $5 range. So being very patient. This is just a longer-term setup, and I'm going to be watching this one for a longer-term entry sometime over the next few weeks, just being very patient. And that's how I like to trade. I like to have some charts that I have these longer-term setups. Baidu was one that was a year-long setup on the weekly time frame. It's just a chart that I'll write down and I'll keep checking back in on and patiently wait for a clear break while day trading other names that have more clear setups. So that's what we've got heading into tomorrow. GoPro is a lead bear, and if SPY and the market sees further downside after consolidating a bit after the dump from yesterday, then we're going to be looking for GoPro to start filling the gap to the downside as well. I appreciate you watching. We'll check back in over the weekend. Have a great night.